Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we'll be reviewing the Verge's PC build guide. So a lot of you tech geeks out there told me to watch this video after watching my PC build guide. So today I'm just going to watch this PC build guide by the Verge. Apparently it's really funny, so let's check it out.
So a few years ago, TC, or managing editor, built a gaming desktop.
Let's see how this goes.
It's kind of out of date, and it's definitely not going to hold up for Battlefield 5. So let's build a new one. You can build a gaming desktop for around $1,000, but I want to go all out, so I spent around $2,000.
2,000 USD.
Play most games at ultra settings.
Okay.
So what do you need to build a desktop? Well, of course, first you need a table.
Are you gonna build it in like mid-air, buddy? Thank you for that table.
Preferably not metal. If it's going to be metal, have an anti-static working surface layered on top of it, a thermal paste applicator, an Allen wrench, some tweezers to tighten up the wires, a Swiss Army knife which hopefully has a Phillips head screwdriver in it.
Wait. One, when the hell do you use an Allen wrench in a PC build? And two, did he seriously call zip ties tweezers?
To tighten up the wires, a thermal paste applicator, an Allen wrench, some tweezers to tighten
tweezers?
A Swiss Army knife which hopefully has a Phillips head screwdriver in it.
And you don't use a proper screwdriver, you use a freaking Swiss Army knife that hopefully has a Phillips head screwdriver. Let's go. We're running this PC on hopes.
Not least, an anti-static bracelet, which is to protect you and the part.
Protect you? What the hell, man? What, are you gonna die from static electricity, bro? It's more of the parts.
These are the parts you're going to need, but more importantly, before we get there, we need to understand what these parts are doing and how they interact with one another. To better understand the parts that make up a desktop, let's try to understand them individually. The processor is like the computer's brain, a base of calculations that control everything the computer does. The motherboard is like the foundation, serving as a main structure for all other parts to be added to. It also allows the other parts to communicate with one another, which also makes it kind of like a nervous system. Graphics cards are responsible for rendering and processing visuals into what you see on screen. Our PC's power supply is of course channeling electricity, in that it adjusts and provides energy to keep it running. Last but not least, RAM, or random access memory, and your hard drive are good examples of short-term and long-term memory, respectively. If you want to better understand what kind of computer to build, then first figure out what you want to use it for. A gamer might care more about a graphics card than, say, a video editor, who might want extra RAM to assist with editing.
Okay, you're not wrong there. You want extra RAM, but normally a video editor and a light gamer like me, I would spend more on the CPU than the RAM, so yeah.
Large files. If you're building a budget build for video streaming, say under $1,000, you want to focus on parts like a Core i5 or Core i3 processor that require less energy.
You need a good CPU for streaming, buddy, bro.
Scale back the cost of several other parts.
Just doesn't make sense.
Choosing the right parts for your build, there are sites like PCPartPicker.com that help show presets for which parts fit together, which sort of part conflicts you might have, and where to find deals on new parts. We have a lot of boxes and a lot of PC parts, so it's best you unbox them.
What the hell? Why do you unbox shit? You're meant to not unbox them. You're meant to unbox them as you go. And also, look over here. You have a knife and you cut open your box. Bro, you should leave that, because if you have a faulty product, you can just return them and they may need your freaking box. So yeah, and also I'm going to adjust the camera. So it'll be better for you guys. Alright, let's go.
The parts that you really need, place items into the case.
What the freak? He's suffocating his power supply if he does it. I hope he flips it around.
They all fit and then start working. And now we're really going to start building by adding the motherboard in. So notes about
The freak? You don't add your motherboard in, you're meant to add your shit in before you put in the motherboard.
They're really delicate, you should be really careful with them, and screw in with confidence, but also don't screw in too hard, otherwise you could crack the board. I chose Asus's Z370 for two main reasons. One, it has built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and also it has support for NVMe SSDs, meaning you can get really fast SSDs that are really easy to install. Pay close attention to the brace that goes at the back of the computer. You always have to...
It's called an IO shield, mate. Call it an IO shield.
Because there's no screw.
If you hammer in a freaking IO shield, you might crack it.
If really just has to go outside of the case and clasp onto the frame. And this is very important because otherwise you can't align the motherboard correctly with the holes.
You're meant to align the motherboard with the standoff holes, not freaking IO shield holes, buddy.
Just gonna start
Alright, let's
installing all 8 screws. So next we're going to install the RAM on the motherboard. I chose Corsair's 16GB Vengeance LED RAM for 2 main reasons.
RGB.
One, it has LEDs and we do like lights in our gaming desktops. Secondly, it's pretty fast RAM. It's 2666 megahertz.
That's slow. That's super slow.
Supports that speed, which is most important. Open the slots first and just align it.
You have 2 RAM sticks. Why are you opening up all 4 DIMM slots? I don't get this, man.
The stick with the middle of the strip, not with the end.
He's facing it the wrong way.
So once you hear
He's
that
facing it the wrong way.
and you don't see the gold connectors on the side anymore.
What?
then you know
He knew he fucked up there. Look, he's installing in the first slot, and then he realized he didn't install it the right way, so he wants to flip it around.
you don't see the gold connectors on the side
And then now it's on the end. The hell?
We're going to install the hard
Oh wait,
in this case.
he installed the RAM wrong. Oh my god. He's breaking dual channel. His system will probably only read 8 GB now due to his breaking the freaking dual channel. Anyways, this doesn't look like, who cares?
The NVMe SSD. I chose this format of solid state drive so that I could input it into the motherboard without having to worry about extra wires or putting it in a separate part of the case and just getting really messy.
You don't buy an NVMe SSD because it's easy to install. You buy it because it's fast. Like a regular SSD wouldn't have as much speed as read and write speed as an NVMe SSD. So you're buying it for the freaking speed, not the easy to install and no wires bit, bro.
This is from Kingston and it's 480 gigabytes, so it's not a lot, but you can always
480 is a lot. Wait. He didn't install the standoff for the SSD. Look, he didn't install the standoff for the SSD. If he doesn't do it and he screws it straight in, he's gonna basically bend the SSD into the freaking motherboard.
Really simple and really straightforward. Speed for gaming is important when it comes to a hard drive. You want files to write quickly and you want...
Nope, he didn't install it. He's fucked up. He knows he's fucked up. No, I don't think he does.
It's best if you use an SSD. Okay, so step 4, we're going to install the graphics card. I chose...
That usually goes last. You buy a 1080 and you don't even know how to build a PC. Come on, man.
So it's a pretty easy installation. You're just going to find the gold connectors and you're going to line this bracket with the back end bracket of your PC case. Now, which lane you choose depends entirely on what other parts you're going to put in the system. I'm just going to pick the top one.
What the hell? No. No, if you choose the top slot, it's an X16 PCIe slot, so that means you're going to get the max potential of your GPU. But if you put it on the lower lane, which is probably a time X8 lane, you're limiting what your card can do by 50%. So yeah.
Because the SSD is at the bottom and I don't want to cover it. I just think it looks nice.
You think it looks nice? That's not how it works. Bro, the SSD, even if you cover it, there's no use because you're still in an X8 lane. Let's just continue.
Take your remaining brackets and just put them in.
They're called PCIe slots. Or actually, you could call them brackets actually.
They get bolted down by the back end bracket. And your GPU is installed. Power supply time. I chose Corsair's 850 watt power because I need enough headroom for ray tracing GPUs when they come out, and I don't want to have to upgrade it again. So all you have to do is take the brick.
The brick. Wait. He's putting it the wrong way. Oh no.
So the power
They're not insulating pads, mate.
supply doesn't short circuit and come into contact with the rest of the system.
Bro, your Power supply won't short circuit the system because it's touching the chassis, man.
So just take it in.
Oh no, he installed it the wrong way. Oh, I wish he flipped it. Please flip it.
Shift it to the back and make sure it's right up against the frame. Now you just take the required screws and you tighten and screw in. So next step, we're going to install the CPU cooler.
Wait. You didn't even install any cables. You're meant to do that.
You just take the required screws and you tighten and screw in. So next step, we're going to install the CPU cooler. In this case,
You haven't even installed the CPU yet.
we're just going to have the hose hang out
The hose.
the processor, which is going to come a little later. Always be sure to try to place it in the system first before, which is going to come a little later.
That's transparent.
Sure to try to
You can kind of see through it. He doesn't even have any fans on. What the hell? How are you going to fit a screwdriver in and try to install the fans? Because I don't think this case supports the fans being mounted on the outside.
place it in the system first before you install it, because you can see it takes up a lot of space.
Yeah, no shit.
In this case, no pun intended, it fits in perfectly, and we're gonna start screwing it in. And so there's nothing special about this screwing in process. They're just really long screws because they go.
Yeah, they're really long screws because those are the fan screws. You're gonna freaking drive your screw right down the radiator and potentially crack it. And because those are fan screws, you're gonna punch a hole through your radiator if you do that. Radiator screws are kind of small, but they're not that small either, so yeah. You're using the wrong screw, buddy.
And they take forever.
They take forever because they're not the right
Next up,
ones.
every power supply is going to come with a big bag of Velcro cables.
False, because only if you have a fully modular or a semi-modular, they're going to come with a bag of Velcro, or actually not Velcro, actually. They're going to come with a bunch of cables if it's a fully modular. Since he has a fully modular, he comes with one. And he still hasn't changed the screws, wow. Yeah, he still hasn't changed the screws. Dude.
It's kind of daunting at first, so you always have to find the ones that are going to fit. In this case, you need to match those cables with the correct descriptions on the power supply. Next step is we're connecting the power supply to the motherboard with a 24-pin cable. We're just matching that cable from the motherboard, threading it through the back, and attaching the 24-pin header to the power supply.
Ew, I hope he pulls it. I hope he pulls it all the way through.
The GPU, for any specific ports that the case has, for any lighting that the case has, the CPU cooler, anything else really. We're installing the CPU.
What does that say? I think it's Intel Confidential.
Depending on how you look at it. So to do this, we're just going to remove the plastic covering that they put on the motherboard. We're just going to take this little plastic part out. Just toss that out of here.
Don't toss it out, just put it aside. You might need it.
Exposed CPU
Because if you need to return the
slot
motherboard.
on the motherboard. And we're going to use the CPU.
Wait, what did he just call the motherboard socket? Did he just call the socket?
Exposed CPU holder, or rather slot.
Yeah, he called it a holder or a slot. It's meant to be called a socket.
CPU applicator. This is a special little part
What?
that not everyone may get.
One, you're jamming the CPU into a CPU installation tool, which I've never heard of before, and you're also poking the contact pins with your thermal paste applicator, if I'm right.
We got from ASUS definitely does have. It's
Just drop the CPU in the socket, that's how you do it.
really useful if you want to install a Core i7 hexa-core C.
What's wrong with a 6-core CPU? You can drop any kind of CPU in its socket just by dropping it down.
CPU. Yeah, we've got one, and it's an 8th generation chip,
Anyone can buy that.
and it supports overclocking. So what having this little installer does for you is it's basically a brace that you can
Why do you call everything a brace?
and light it up with the triangles that you'll see on the bottom left corner.
Oh, the triangle is on the socket.
To the motherboard, and then apply thermal paste, and then apply a CPU cooler on top. And we're just going to carefully lean it down into the system and make sure that everything lines up.
He didn't use it.
We're going to clasp
Did
it
he?
on it, and we'll be good to go.
The CPU installation tool is here. He knew he didn't need to use it. Oh my god, your editing skills are absolutely weird.
So we're about to apply thermal paste to the CPU. Every CPU cooler actually comes with a bit of thermal paste already neatly applied in a circle around it.
It's not always a circle.
Enough, it's good, essentially PC building practice to have a...
No. What the hell? It's not always good PC building practice to have a little extra.
A little bit extra and layer it on...
What the hell is he doing? Why is he drawing a pentagon? Bro, just combine all those dots into one in the middle, and that would still be too much actually. But you're just applying way too much.
Portion is to add the CPU cooler to the top end of the processor. So you're gonna see that there are...
Ew, that just looks like someone freaking
rather like screws.
Threw up thermal paste into the freaking CPU. It's not even spreaded.
And they're going to keep the cooler raised off the processor, but it's also going to be close enough to actually physically come in contact with it.
Raised off? What? That CPU cooler is pressing down as hard as it could on the CPU to cool it, buddy. It's not just a little bit touching, bro. It's fully press it down.
Basically, take thumb screws like this and just screw them on. So now that our internals are done, we're going to put all the panels back on, which is the top glass, side glass, front glass, and of course the back panel where all of this fun stuff is happening. So we fully built the PC. Everything's put together.
What the hell is that?
All of this fun stuff is happening. So we fully built...
Ew, that cable management, and also fix your RAM as well.
The PC, everything's put together, and we got to the...
And your PSU.
So what's next? Well, you need a USB flash drive with your Windows installation media on it, and of course a license key. So I plugged that up, installed Windows in a couple of minutes,
In a couple of minutes, it does not take a couple of minutes to install Windows, sometimes even an hour or two, bro.
A bunch of drivers, and now we have a fully functioning gaming PC ready to run some games. Right now I've got Armor 3 running at maximum settings, native resolution, which is 1080p HD, and it's running pretty smoothly. Like, I'm averaging 70 and 80.
Yeah, it's running pretty smoothly because you're in a plane. The only thing that it needs to render is the plane. Hop off the plane and let's see what your frame rate is, bro.
80 FPS, and this is normally like a very intensive game to run, and it's still doing a pretty good job. So right now I'm playing League of Legends. It's one of my favorite games. I'm actually playing against a bot, and I'm distracted, so I'm not actually doing so well. But otherwise, like, this is...
One, who the hell benchmarks a PC with League of Legends? Because League of Legends is literally designed for a single core CPU without any integrated graphics card, or without any dedicated graphics card, wrong word. You can run it even on the shittiest laptop on earth, probably, and you're benchmarking it on LOL. Are you kidding me? LOL as in like League of Legends. And also you're playing against a boss and you are nearly dead, so it explains what kind of a noob you are.
This is pretty much what you would see me do on a gaming computer.
What the hell are you doing? Oh my god.
Have really high frame rates like I am right now. I'm averaging 120 FPS, and that's only because I've actually locked the game.
Well, yeah, you locked the game because probably your GPU, well, your system, actually not your GPU, is running so high, like it's so good, that your monitor can't keep up, and it keeps on giving you screen tears, so that means that's why you have to probably lock it. And also, you're literally just spamming Q on your keyboard. Are you kidding me?
To that frame rate, because I can get around 300 FPS playing League on maximum settings, which is a little bit absurd, and you don't really need that, so I locked it.
You don't really need it.
It's been a great experience. I'm able to max out a lot of my favorite titles, and I'll be able to play a lot of upcoming titles like Battlefield 5 and Cyberpunk 2077.
No, you won't. Because by that time, your PC is gonna fry. I bet you.
Without worrying too much about the parts I have. When ray tracing GPUs come out, for example, I'll be able to upgrade without having to buy a completely new system. And if I have a problem down the line, I can always just swap out a part and have it serviced rather than losing my whole computer. And of course, now we also have a computer to test and benchmark games here at the Verge.
Capital One, you probably want to get your logo removed off that thing. Just saying.
Thanks for watching.
Alright.
Let me know.
Stefan Itine, if that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong, but watch our freaking video on how to build a PC, please. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and see you.